Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. We're going to start off this video by yelling at Powerade because I have old arthritic hands and these caps are way too hard to open. I was going to use this cute sign, that was the intention. This went so far off the rails, you don't even know. This is a Dollar Tree form. It's got 18 ties, 12 on the outside, 6 on the inside, and my Deco mesh is cut into 6 20-inch pieces and 24 10-inch pieces. Because we're going to do curls around the outside and ruffles on the inside. Oh, I got all that out in one go. Pretty proud of myself. So 2 curls go in each of the outside pipe cleaners. If you need information on how to wire these, there should be a link up above. If not, you can search it on my channel, because I admit that sometimes I forget to include links to things. But this is a method that uses 1 roll of mesh. I saw Damon from Deco Exchange do it first. I don't know if he is the originator of this, but if you only have 1 roll of mesh and it's slightly full coverage, you can use this method. And it also gives you a, I don't want to say flatter wreath, but a flatter wreath. You know, if you do like double ruffles or something, those wreaths can be like 8 inches thick. This is a nice, slimmer. It's a slimmer wreath. So yeah, I intended on using that sign, and I don't know. I went so far off the rails on this that it ends up, I'm not even sure it ends up being an Easter wreath. I mean, it's got eggs and cotton candy, and not cotton candy. It's got eggs and carrots in it, and who knows? Also, if you watch a long version, there's a whole bunch of it that's sped up because this was a very long video, and I started talking about a documentary I saw, and afterwards I was like, what is wrong with you? Nobody wants to hear about that horrible documentary you watched that was about terrible things. So, I very smartly cut that out because I didn't want people to be like, this is not what I signed up for. Actually, I told Michelle, and she was like, are you crazy? And I was like, it's interesting. And she's like, no, take it out. I was like, okay. But yeah, the longer version does go into a little bit more explanation of me slowly falling apart as I'm making this wreath. I mean, it comes out cute. It's just, it's not what I set out to make. And that's fine. I mean, it happens sometimes. I was just surprised it took me so long to realize that it was not what I intended to make. Because I was like, well, let me add this. And it got to a point where I was just like, oh my god, Adam, you have got to stop. Like, step away from the wreath. And this is a border mesh. It looks purple. It's pink. It's actually on the wall in my office, which wreaths rarely make it back here. But I was moving some stuff around. Yeah, it's purple foil and blue foil with the regular blue mesh. And see, right there, I'm like, well, you know. And I'm cutting my ribbons at 14 inches. I don't remember exact. I think I do. I must do 9 and 9. 9 2.5 inch, another 2.5 inch, and then 9 of each 1.5 inch ribbons. There's some black and white coming. I need to quit looking at the wreath because I'm spoiling it for you guys. All these ribbons are from Craft Outlet except for that stripe, the diagonal stripe that was Walmart leftover from Christmas. And my little sign is like 13 3/4. the glitter micro dot. It's like mint and I don't know what it's called. It's pretty. I have it in 2.5 inch too. So you guys are seeing this on the 30th of March, I think, or the 29th. I don't know. And today is February 8th. I don't know why I put that in there for my own benefit. So I'm like, when I go back and watch the videos, when I'm trying to be like, wait, what did I do and that and this and where did this go and where did I get that from? So I can know. I don't know when it was recorded though. Because I've been working on Easter since before Christmas. And the file name for this wreath, if you're interested, is Wonka. Because it ends up looking like the Mad Hatter and Willy Wonka got together and had a baby. And that baby was a wreath. I think at this point I'm still like, I can make that sign work. I can make that sign work. No, I couldn't make the sign work, y'all. So I'm going around. The polka dot is paired with the diagonal stripe, and the harlequin is paired with the micro dot. And I'm just putting the ribbons in each tie. And that just popped out for some reason. And I do end up adding another piece to the middle because it's very open. This method of the curls on the outside and ruffles on the inside, like, it's good. It only uses one roll of mesh. If you have a high coverage mesh, like, this was kind of pushing it because the ends are high coverage, but the inner part is not, you know, it's pretty see-through. It's just like a value mesh in the middle. But this has to be a base that you're committed to adding a lot of ribbon to. Like, I would not, I mean, you couldn't make this with one roll and then just add like a bow, you know? Unless you were adding a ton of embellishments or florals or something. Like, I think when I get into fall and I start doing a lot of deco mesh with florals, like, maybe this is something I would think about doing because there'd be plenty of room to add in flowers, add in leaves, add in pumpkins, whatever. And I just realized that it is 4 o'clock and I forgot to take my pills this morning. Today was also my last day of steroids, so I'm happy about that. Maybe I'll stop feeling like I need to consume everything in my house. I was worried about my pills, but I forgot that all my essential pills are at night because I always remember to take those because my sleepy time pills are in there. Okay, now I am taking the leftover piece and I am wiring it onto 2 pipe cleaners, and I'm going to stick it through the front and then wire it onto the back to fill up that hole in the middle. Because it's of the way this wreath is done, you end up with a hole in the middle. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh god, there's a hole in the middle, I have to cover it up. Like, if there's a hole in the middle and, you know, it's not a big deal, like, I don't care. I'm not sure that putting the hole in the middle was like a great idea, because now it's like there's a bullseye in the center and there's no sign to cover it. But again, it works out, kinda. This is the fall deco tubing from Dollar Tree. There's a Christmas one that's dark green, there's a Halloween one that's lime green, and this one is kind of an olivey green, which matches the green that's in the two ribbons that have green in them. I'm going to cut those at 24 inches. I'm just going to pull the ends together, double them up, put them in. Yeah, this is where I was getting desperate. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's going on. And editing this video was a disaster. It was just like, everything was so long. I don't know why I was working so slow. And then I started talking about the documentary. So I had to like cut around that. So there's a lot of like dead air where it's just the music playing, but you're not missing anything important unless you like disturbing documentaries about donkeys. Like, I think this is a fun wreath. Like, the way it came out, I still have my doubts that it's an Easter wreath just because it has carrots and Easter eggs in it, but it was really cute. I was like, this, like, people like a nice whimsical, bright, fun wreath. See, I'm still trying to make the sign work. At this point, I'm like, nope, that doesn't work, so let's make a bow that has 8 ribbons in it. And I'm pretty sure this is just a funky bow. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's got 8 ribbons in it. So I'm measuring 8-inch tails with 6-inch loops. Going the other way, 8-inch tails, 6-inch loops. I think wreath making is so interesting because, like, the way I started doing things when I first started posting, you know, primarily wreath videos, and how I would design my wreaths, and then how it changed, and then now how it's changing again. Like, there's always something new out there to try. Which, I mean, that's more of what these videos are about than teaching you how to make a wreath, because I hate to disturb anybody here or, like, alarm you guys, but we're literally just putting stuff in pipe cleaners, so it's not like I need 47 videos a week on making wreaths, but it's like me trying new stuff. Like a bow with 8 ribbons in it for some reason. Which is actually, I think, what kind of saves this wreath. But it's also the point where I'm just like, I'm going to put everything I own in this wreath. And also, for some reason, I'm going to fix all my ribbons while I'm, like, recording. What was wrong with that? So, twist it up real tight, spreading it out. This is just the funky bow. Spread your tails out on one side, spread your loop on the other side. It made a nice sized bow, and I like leaving the loops, the tails a little bit longer. In case there is a sign or something, I can leave the loops, the tails, long on the top, and then if they come over the sign, I can cut those short. In this one, because there's that big empty spot in the middle, I did put it down a little bit lower than I would normally, but it worked out. Yeah, I sent this into my mom, and she was like, "What happened, honey?" And I was like, "I don't know, Mom. I don't know, I was tired. I was worried about the donkeys." I really do think a donkey is my favorite animal. After a business dog. Look, there we go. Let me just stop what I'm doing and roll up some ribbon. And there is an after show of me kind of critiquing this wreath and doing some finishing touches on Patreon if you're interested in that. I don't know how much longer Patreon is going to be around because I've been uploading and nobody has subscribed, so maybe it's not my thing. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm not gonna do extra work for nobody. Like, it's not, I don't care about the money. It's just like nobody's there, you know? So if Patreon is still up, there's an after show where we kind of go through what went wrong, what went right. And these are the Dollar Tree carrots, of course. My Dollar Tree is closing. They are closing, and they are moving to a much smaller location that's further away from my house. I don't really know why, but there's like nothing in there. It's so weird. It's like just empty. Like, I don't think they're getting any new stuff, so they keep moving all the stuff that was in the back of the store towards the front of the store. And I'm just like, okay, so y'all don't sell foil anymore? It's just like, nope, we don't have that anymore. We'll have it in March when the new store opens. And I was like, alright, I guess I'll just not use any foil. These are my Walmart picks from last year that I got on like super clearance. And I'm telling a story about how my mom found a bunch of these on the floor and she thought they were roach clips. And I was like, Mom, come on now. That tea looks good. Every time I'm editing a video, it doesn't matter what time of day it is. Like, it's like time for me to go like eat dinner and like wind down and just relax for the rest of the day because all my work's finally done after I'm done with this voiceover. And I see that cup of tea and I'm like, I want to eat breakfast and drink a cup of tea. Alright, so here's the finished wreath. Again, I actually finish it on the after show but it's just me talking and trimming the thing. So if you want to buy this wreath, please, it's listed down below along with a link to my Etsy where all my other wreaths are, Patreon, Instagram, and if you want to tip me on Venmo, buy me a box of coffee, whatever you want to do. You guys have a great day and I will see you next time. Bye bye.